This has been a fun event to plan, the second annual art on the Plaza. Last year there were several people who expressed interest in showing their art as part of this event. We had 4 artists last year. This year we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artists who are exhibiting or doing something with visual art here. We've got a band, Milwaukee Mule, and they're out there playing some wonderful music right now. The Milwaukee Art Museum comes and enjoys, providing these sorts of services for children and families to make art together, and so it's fun. It's just a fun event. One of my areas of focus with Inspiration Studios is to help emerging artists to hone their craft and to have an experience in an art gallery when they've never had that before. I seek artists. I find artists in different places. If I go to a craft fair or to, I don't know, whatever, and see something that I like, I talk to the artist and ask them if they've ever been in a gallery, regardless of what kind of art they make, and they end up getting excited about the idea.
We're looking at abstract paint prints made from spray paint and enamels, liquid enamels, some inks, mostly on foam board. I like to experiment in color and texture and line and just kind of explore different techniques and styles and just kind of always keep evolving and making something new. I would say about 2012 is when I really started taking it seriously. I've never really taken an art class in college or high school or anything like that. It's just some life experiences in 2012 kind of made me want a new outlet for creativity and such. Erico Ortiz, I exhibited at his Inspiration Studios, and he reached out to me and gave me this opportunity, so I'm grateful for that, and just wanted to share my art and try to inspire other people to make their own art. End goal is just experimentation of art and myself, and honestly I'm really not too interested in selling my pieces. I mean, it's cool for me to have somebody actually enjoy it hanging within their house is cool to me, but selling a piece kind of turns it into a commodity and kind of changes its nature. So I actually prefer to actually gift pieces to people, and so therefore it kind of retains a little more integrity.
I'm mostly based on urban side, but moving to the Midwest, fell in love with the landscape. So now I'm mostly oriented towards landscape photography. I started about in 2010, taking more seriously about the last 3 years. I used to live in the countryside of Puerto Rico, and my dad used to be a fisherman, so we used to go to mostly on the current side. So I fell in love with the idea of taking the images that I would see and putting in a medium with other people that don't have the access. Well, I have an invitation from Erico Ortiz from Inspiration Studios. He offered me the opportunity to have a table, and actually it's my first time exhibiting my work, so I say why not, meet a lot of great people, local artists, and just giving it a shot.
I have been doing this since the 1970s. I paint in oils, acrylics, pastels, and watercolor. I'm a professional artist. I sell my work, sell it at the art bar, sell it in different exhibitions that I do, along with Wisconsin Pastel Artists, the League of Milwaukee Artists, the Wisconsin Visual Artists. I belong to those groups, and then we exhibit our work all over the city and all over the southeastern Wisconsin, and we sell it.
Well, I'm a full-time artist for the last year and a half, and what you see behind me is a bunch of photographs that I had taken over the years. So for many years I raised a family. I went to art school for about 2 years, and then I took about a 20-year break and I raised a family, 2 kids, and during that time I really only had 15-minute increments to do anything, and I still had that love for art, so I would just take pictures of things that I really enjoyed, pictures of things that I loved. And so this past year and a half has been painting all of those photos of the things that I enjoyed. Everything you see here is done with open acrylics, they're called. So they're acrylics that react a lot like oil paints, but they're water-based. So I don't have a physical art studio. What I have is a duplex here in West Allis that I took over the upstairs of, and took over the kids' bedrooms and turned them into one a studio and one like a little photography area. And I named it Art Studio so that in the future I might own an art studio or merge what I'm doing into something else. So I am a small business owner now.